So thank you guys for tuning in to this live stream. Thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. Going from 1 to 1,000, it's pretty tough. It's a tough task to do. It's not easy. And so thank you. Thank you to everyone involved who has helped me get here. First, let me show you a little history though of Side Hustle Cinema and how I got here. I have a lot of new subscribers, so maybe you've missed some moments along the way. Yeah, so I got my start on YouTube. I was actually watching 4K D-Ray's channel, and I saw him pull up someone else's video, and he kind of did a commentary or a critique on their video. And that's what gave me the idea. I thought, if I want to launch a video and no one will see it, so what if I launched a video and I did it on a channel that was already established? There we go. Enter Kenny freaking Levels. So I went to Ken over at Mid-Level Media and I pitched him the idea. And yeah, you can take a little look. Here's what that looked like. It was pretty cringy.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to BlueTuber Debuts. This is a new segment on the channel where I introduce to you guys a brand new person in the YouTube space, the physical media collecting YouTube space. And let me go ahead and bring this guy in. He is Side Hustle Cinema. We all know him. We see him in the chats. And there's his face right here with his nice little Chucky bobblehead and right behind him and his little doll right ahead of him with the little good guy boots. I see those boots up there. Those are an awesome collection behind you, sir. But how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, Ken.
I had bad audio and I was so nervous. I mean, that was probably the most nervous I've ever been in any situation. That was crazy how nervous I was. Soon after that, I decided I would try something else crazy. And so I somehow got myself together and entered 4K D-Ray's movie collection battle. I love the battles. I was watching them every week. And so I wanted to give it a shot. And I ended up facing the Blu-ray Bandit. And I lost in overtime. I still had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But I shot one of the most cringiest openings that I think anyone has ever done. A lot of people have done videos for the battles, but I probably shot one of the most cringiest openings where I beat up a Blu-ray Bandit fan who was also my nephew. And so yeah, let's take a look at that.
We are backstage tonight at the collection battle between Side Hustle Cinema and the Blu-ray Bandit. Who do you think is going to win tonight?
I'm a big Blu-ray Bandit fan. I'm really hoping we can sign my Emoji movie.
Oh my lord!
And that's for not being Team Hustle. And this is for liking the Emoji Movie.
Someone's got to stop this!
Now, when you wake up, you can subscribe to Side Hustle Cinema.
Is he going to be okay?
He'll be fine. I got a few minutes before my match. You ever been to Space Mountain? Woo! Well, I mean, I had the subscribers coming in, but it's one thing to get people to subscribe. It's another thing to get them to actually watch the videos. But I put in the work. I was putting out about 3 videos a week. And I was putting out gems, such as my review for The Burning. Today I'm going to talk about the 1981 classic, The Burning. It's a first time watch for me. The Burning! And some other content I had on the channel were my haul videos. And I always had a good time, and why wouldn't people want to watch with award-winning analysis like this? And this kid's like, you know, some kind of like weird sex pervert. He's like 12. And, you know, someone even said he has sex with the teddy bear. That alone's probably going to be worth $10. Oh, that's a fun one for the kids. I've had a lot of good times on the channel, and been a part of a lot of live streams, and we got a good one here tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy the live stream, and we're gonna get going. And right now, we're going live. There it is, guys.
Space Mountain, baby.
That was
I was
awesome. Man. I forgot
dying
about
I
that.
would say that was one of the best. That was one of the best openings.
That was great.
Yeah. You're not closing down this Disneyland.
I remember when I seen that, I said, "This kid's got it." When I saw that opening in the battle, I was like,
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
That's funny.
Well, how's everybody doing tonight in the chat? We're here celebrating 1,000 subscribers. It's a pretty big milestone for any YouTuber. And I tell you, when you do giveaways, though, you know, you get a bunch of people subscribing to the channel that maybe aren't quite legit. Like I think I had a few people I need to say hello to in the chat. Let's see. I think I had a subscriber this week, Kareem of Wheat, I think joined the channel. Huge Asshole joined the channel, I think. And one of my personal favorites, because this is like a Howard Stern shout out, Willie Fistergash. Baba Booey. So hopefully those people will stick around after the giveaways are done. But you know, and we'll do that big giveaway around 10 o'clock, I guess, and we'll have a few others, you know, throughout the night. And in the chat, if you guys want something read, like if you got questions or if you got a comment you want read on air, do me a favor, throw a QQ in front of it. That way I can kind of pick out, make it a little easier to pick out, you know, the questions from just the, you know, the back and forth banter of the chat there. That might be helpful. I don't know. All right. Well, we can actually take a look in the chat and see who is there. We got a lot of people going on here. That was a long video. Sorry about that. But I did kind of want to.
It was good. It was really good, though. It was really good.
Do a little update. Yeah, those were pretty fun to go back and watch. But that first one with Ken, man, that I couldn't.
I felt like that was more cringy on my part than it was yours.
Oh, you've made a lot out of that because I wasn't giving you very much that day. I wasn't giving you much.
So did you just go to Ken and be like, "Hey, I want to be on your channel"? And Ken's like, "Okay."
Like,
how does that even happen?
I was definitely intrigued by the idea of, you know, debuting a channel on my channel, the thought of it. And I wasn't unsure because it could have been anybody. You know, I didn't, you know this guy at all. He just hit me up. I knew you from the chats, but
yeah.
And then but it was when you sent me the actual video and I got to screen it first, that helped, you know, the decision. I was like, okay, this guy's got a legit intro, all this stuff. Like, he's got more crap than I do. Did
him being a fan of the pit help with that?
Well, I don't know if you made that pit video. That wasn't in there, was it?
Well, that was the pit came later. No, I made the room tour video, and yeah, I wanted to put it on Ken's channel. He had never seen me. He'd never, you know. He only got the video like 2 days before we I don't even know if it was 2 days. It might have been just a day before we went live with that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
I'd already decided to do it, but I could have canceled, you know.
Yeah, because he was really blowing up at the time. Like, you know, when I first talked to him, it was probably like 3 weeks before that. And then he like started to have like Movies and Sue on. He had Durant Cinema on, And I was like, oh my God, he's not going to want to, talk to me, because at the time, because Ken at the time, he probably had less subs than those people, I think. And, but it was a crazy time, but I'm glad it happened. It was a lot of fun, but it was
I was going to turn it into
very
a series,
scary.
but I haven't gotten any other offers, since then. Nobody else has hit me up, so
Yeah,
somebody's
well,
out there.
Maybe
I'm
Kareem
willing
will
to do it again.
Maybe Kareem will want to get on there.
maybe
Kareem of Wheat.
Kareem of Wheat will open a channel.
Maybe I could debut huge asshole next week.
I think it's got to be Holland Oates. It's got to be Holland Oates, man. As he makes the channel.
Yeah, well, there's some people out there. I've been talking to Ben Grimm, trying to get him to start a channel.
He's another one.
He's got a bunch of horror movie knowledge and stuff, and you could just tell who would be good at doing channels and stuff. His reviews are really good on Instagram too. All right, well, let's see. We got 37 people looking in. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Make sure you smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe to everyone in the chat. We got Anthony and Doodoo Loves Movies. Their channels are still fairly new, and so if you're unsubscribed to those guys, for sure, make sure you get in there and smash that subscribe button. I had to sign up for the premium or whatever StreamYard to get everyone in here. They actually got a little checkmark box that if you checkmark it, Cody joins your live stream. Yeah. It costs an extra $2.99, but he comes to your live stream.
I'm automatically alerted. It's like a bat signal. I'm like, okay, I'm needed.
Yeah, immediate roundhouse kick that like button.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when Cody, like I told Cody a long time ago, it's like when I have my 1,000 stream, I'm gonna definitely have you on. He's like, oh yeah, man, I'm there. And then I was like, when I was waiting to do my stream, it's like every night he was on a different channel. I'm like, well, this doesn't feel special. I'm getting used to Cody here.
Sloppy Seconds Cody over here on Side Hustle.
He's eating Burger King with over on CHH's channel, and Ken was in that too. Ken looked miserable in that. I don't know if he was just tired.
I was tired. I'd worked
just hated Burger King, but he's just over in that corner looking miserable.
I ate fast food. I was sitting on the couch. Just got off of work. Yeah.
Well, Ken, you said you worked there for like 15 years or something. Is that what you said?
15? No. Oh, yeah. I worked at the distribution place for Burger. I didn't work for Burger King, but we distributed the Burger King products. So I worked around that, the Whoppers and the fries and all that for 13 years before I went to the place I'm at now. And it was hell. It was hell.
I got the crown here.
Yeah.
I never go anywhere without it.
Yeah, Cody likes the props.
They've had those crowns pretty consistently for a long time. I remember
I didn't think they still had those.
Yeah, there was always, you get a store that would order a box of crowns like every month or so. I don't think they were used very much, but.
What was y'all's worst jobs ever? That wasn't even a question I had wrote down, but talking about like worst jobs ever.
Mine was working at a laundromat. Working at a laundromat. I did that for about 8 months when I was in college, and that was bad. The only good thing about that was going through all the dryer vents. Found like a $20 bill. You always find enough money for the game machine and the drink machine, and it's like a tip. You go through all the dryer vents and just go through there. And you find a shitload of quarters. I found a $20 bill one time. Found all kind of weird stuff. But the job was terrible. It was on Florida State campus. College kids were terrible, nasty as hell. It was a bad job, but served a purpose. That was my worst job.
Yeah, I washed dishes at Steak and Shake for 2 days, and then I quit. And then I never worked in any kind of fast food place ever again. It's like this isn't for
Never
me.
done fast food. Never done that.
I'll load their product and deliver it to them, but I'm not working in it.
My first job was a hot dog vendor. You know those guys that you see at like the Home Depots giving out like, hot dogs.
Oh, you had the hot dog
stand there and
cart?
stuff. Huh?
You had the hot dog cart?
Yep, the hot dog cart. That job sucked, man. It was terrible. First of all, I couldn't get the gloves on my sweaty, hairy hands. So every time I tried to put a glove on, it would literally rip through and my fingers would be there. And the lady there, one of the ladies just couldn't stand me because just getting the gloves on was a hassle and stuff. And it was just a nightmare. I didn't make it there too long, but that was my first job. And I hated that.
That's actually the job I have to go to right after this.
Oh, there you go. You got the gloves. It's so hot behind those hot dog stands that you are just sweating up a storm and trying to get those gloves on is a nightmare. It's just, oh my God. What about you, Tony?
Yeah, I don't ever remember having a bad job. I've been doing this.
Tony likes to work.
I've been doing
nice.
this for 26 years. So before that,
And he likes to come back from break on time too. I learned that the
I'm
other night.
very schedule oriented.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched that live stream. That was crazy.
And I mean, I'm kind of the same as Tony in the fact that once I have a job, like I usually stay there. So like I only had like 3 little stupid jobs before I got to the place I worked at for like 13 and a half years. And I've been in my current job for 5 years. So my best job was a cart pusher.
Next February will be 30 years of my job. So
yeah,
wish I could retire, but I got to go a lot longer. Probably at least another 10 more years.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember the company's name because I was only there one day, but it's basically sales. But it was super sketchy, super sketchy. They would hand you these makeup kits, go drop you off in a random county and be like, okay, now go sell it. Like,
Oh, you had to go door to door?
It was door to door, but not even like going to people's houses. It was just like, go to that grocery store, try to sell people on makeup just in line. It was weird. It was so bizarre and weird. They gave you no training. Like, I don't even know what it was. Like, after a day, I'm like, nah, this isn't happening.
I feel like that'd be a hard job, especially for a guy to do. Like they gave me makeup and told me to go. I'm like, this would look cool on your face.
Yeah, like I'm like, what did I think of? I don't know. My sister really likes it. I didn't even have a sister, but I tried that. I'm like, my sister loves this stuff. You'll probably love it too. It was so weird. I didn't sell one makeup kit. Nope.
It sounds like that. It sounds like the episode of Saved by the Bell, where didn't they have like some kind of makeup and like it gave them all rashes? Or am I the only one to watch Saved by the Bell?
I can see that. I can see that being an episode.
I watched it, but I don't remember that episode.
Well, Ken, I know what you're doing after this stream. You're watching.
Are you sure that powder? Are you sure that powder is makeup?
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but
how old were you, Mike?
Oh, that was when I was super young. What was that? I don't know. I feel like it was like 20-ish, around 20. Yeah.
It was Mini Mike, the movie man.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago for you because you look about 24, Mike.
Oh, yeah, I look young. No, I'm 28, so I'm definitely getting up there in age. So I'm feeling it now.
28's getting up there?
Yeah. I'm feeling it in the back and everything. Just. I'm telling you, once you hit like
the kids almost older than you.
It
makes me feel really damn old.
Yeah, mine too.
What about you, Cody?
So this was before I was able to get a job because I live in Arizona. You have to be 16 to get a job, and like my family kind of needed money. So what I did is I applied to maybe 500 places. No place would take me because I was under 16. So I think I was about 14 or 15. So I came across a bar that would hire me. So I was like a 14-year-old working at a bar. They paid me under the table, but I would just pass out flyers house to house. So they'd give me like $50 a day to go do that during the weekends. So that was probably the worst job I had.
Mine was, I was a telephone psychic. I used to work for
Miss Cleo.
Are you for real?
Yep, that's who it was, Miss Cleo. That's the one I worked for. Yep. And
you're kidding, right?
No.
No.
I had a dedicated phone line, and the phone would ring, and I knew where it was coming. They would give you like a quick message, like letting you know where it was coming from, because different places had different rules. Like Canada, they're only allowed to be on there for like 2 or 3 minutes, and the whole thing was like giving them a free deck of the tarot cards, and you needed to get like their address and all this. So like you spent like a minute or so just trying to lock up that that tarot card deal.
I see.
I guess so they could sell their information. And then after that, at first I tried giving people real readings, but I don't know. All the questions just seemed to be about 3 or 4 different things. So I just came up with scripts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's amazing. You win.
You see the caller ID, seeing Peter's calling, and you're like, Peter, I knew you'd be calling me. Like, how did you know?
Right.
It's always love or money. That's what people want to know about.
Yep.
That's almost always it.
Gotta be now.
Yeah, I know. I say it's good to know. If I wanted to call Miss Cleo, I'd get Miss Hustle or Mr. Hustle.
Get Nurse Hustle.
Nurse Hustle. I get Nurse Hustle.
Yeah. And then Cody, you were a wrestler for a while. That's pretty crazy.
I was. Yeah, that was a great job. I love that.
Yeah. What was your finishing move?
I called it the Michigani Flatliner. So it was basically like a flatliner. And I also do it was like an overdrive. I mean, if you know wrestling, you know that. So I would do that. I call that the Detroit driver, because I was from my characters was from Detroit, because I'm originally from Michigan.
Oh, so I live in Michigan.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's awesome,
nice. Man. Yeah, I was born in Clare, Michigan.
Y'all could have ended up in a backyard brawl.
Yeah.
No, all that stuff was in Arizona, so it was a different time. But it's much bigger in Michigan, so I probably would have got a little further there.
What did you do with your in your ring entrance?
What did I do in my ring entrance?
Yeah,
it would be different.
You just walk out all stoic.
Yeah, I come out like I was cool and stuff like that. My wrestling name was Nerve Damage, so that was pretty cool. But the cool, I don't know if anybody knows who Buff Bagwell is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, Buff Bagwell was the world champion at my federation. So that was like one of the coolest days of my life, seeing my name next to his name on a poster.
Yeah,
so I was like,
cool.
Dang, I get to wrestle with this guy, D'Lo Brown. So it was just
D'Lo Brown.
Yeah,
best frog splash in the business.
It was crazy. I had a Road Warrior Animal tell me that my clotheslines look like shit. I was like, okay, thank you.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, I got out of the ring. He's like, wow, you have a lot of fans. I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, your clotheslines look like shit. I'm surprised they ate it up or something like that. I was like, all right, thank you.
Why did you stop? What happened?
Why did I stop?
Yeah.
So I stopped because I wanted. Well, first of all, like I couldn't do anything I wanted. Everything I brought to the table, they're like, no, you can't do that. You can't, because like there's so many different rules. Like I'm like, oh, I want to go out of the ring. They're like, no, someone's going out of the ring in the third match. So we need to, they didn't want people go. It was all these different things. Like, oh, what if I did this? They'd be like, no. What if I did that? No. So I was signed on. So I did backyard wrestling first. And then there was a big raid that went on because we had a huge show. It was like 600-800 people. And then after that, they saw us on the news, a local promoter, and they wanted like the 3 best wrestlers from there. And I was one of them. So I went to go train with these people. And we started doing shows. And I was basically hired to be like the street level, which is somebody who hands out flyers and stuff like that. And then I'm like a jobber. But I won 9 times out of 10, I won my matches, which was awesome and amazing. I got to beat, my very first match was against a guy named Hawaiian Lion, who had a development deal with WWE. So that was really cool. And like nobody had any, like I was just like, this guy's going to be pissed that I'm going to beat him. Like I'm some guy who just walked out of backyard wrestling, and he was totally fine with it. He carried the whole match for me. So it was awesome. It was a great experience. I got to meet a lot of cool people, a lot of people I grew up watching wrestle. So it was awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, that wasn't even the question. Your question was, why did I stop? So I stopped because, anyways, I was like a really small guy. So during like practice and stuff, everyone's like, you know what would be really great if we powerbomb Cody, or if we did this powerbomb off the turnbuckle. Cody, get up on the turnbuckle. Let's powerbomb you off of it. Like, oh shit. So I'd get up and I have to do it over and over again. They're like, there's this thing called 6-packs that I hate. It's where you get on the top rope and do basically a swanton bomb. It's like a front flip. You land on your back, and just doing that 50 times a day. I was like, oh my, like I was getting beat up like crazy. It was fun. So I was signed for about a year, and then I got into. My friend was going to film school. I was like, okay, I want to go to film school. So I still stayed very friendly with wrestling, so I can come back and do like I would come back every so often and do shows for like the Phoenix Children's Hospital. So come back and do charity shows. So I did that, and then in my mind I was like, all right, I'm gonna retire when I'm 30. And then I tore my bicep like shortly after I was 30. So I was like, okay, well I guess I'm done now.
Damn.
Wow.
It's always something like that. It's always like an injury like that or something.
Yeah, but I am very thankful because like my last match was my absolute favorite match, so I went out on top and it was great.
Yeah,
nice.
Who was probably the most famous guy you wrestled?
That I wrestled?
Yeah.
I wrestled Doink the Clown, but it was not Doink the Clown. It was somebody dressed up as Doink the Clown in a battle royal. I do have a funny story where I was in a battle royal and I was at a I want to say it was either a quinceañera or some kind of mercado place, like some where I was wrestling all these luchadors, and the rules was, okay, you guys all go out there in 5 minutes. That's when you guys start eliminating people. So I pretended to eliminate one of the luchadors, and he fell off I went to go eliminate him, and he was eliminated. Then all of a sudden, everybody was being eliminated. So like the match was like 5 minutes long, and I was like the final two, and I was like, it was not supposed to be the final two, but let's see how this goes. But that was fun working at a quinceañera. And I've worked so many different places, Juggalo gatherings. I've worked rawhides, gun shows. I've worked at a bar mitzvah. I've wrestled in front of 3 people. I've wrestled in front of 3,000 people. It was a crazy ride.
But you did it though. You should be proud of that.
Yeah.
No matter how hard, no matter how high you went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's pretty awesome. That's a good story.
And now I can't tie my shoes, so that's fun.
And you also did
all those swantons.
Yeah, all the swantons.
That's why you got.
You also did.
Shoes.
I can't tie my shoes because I lifted too many Whoppers back in the day. Boxes of Whoppers. So my story's not nearly as cool.
Yeah,
I can't tie my shoes because I ate too many back in the
day. In a match once, I dislocated these 3 fingers, and it was in the middle of the match. I went to go do a splash, and I put my hand on the mat instead of flat. I dislocated all 3 of these fingers. They were all going different ways, so I just kind of like, while I was in a headlock, just kind of had to go like put them back in place. I broke my nose, or I think I broke my nose. I took it was my mistake. I ducked out of a clothesline, and it was miscommunication. So the guy did a clothesline right up in my nose, but I fixed that myself in the bathroom. I just kind of put it back, but it bled for about 3 months, and I'd have to pull out blood. But
constantly never stopped.
It would stop, but all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, what's this? Like blood coming down. Then I have to like pull out shit. Yeah,
Sounds it was like the next Evil Dead movie.
It was a fun time, man.
Constantly
showing up to Kmart at 2:00 in the morning for some butterfly bandages to patch up my head because it was like cut open from hitting the side of a table, from falling off a ladder. It was great stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Enough about me, guys.
There's a request.
Good story.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
There's a request in the chat to stop with the silliness and the drama.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Tony, I'm sorry you don't like my stories.
Apparently, Anthony and Tony are getting into some silliness.
There's 3 questions. Leo Jr.
Well, let's see here. We got Tim put up a question here. Tim Talks Talkies. At what point will you really feel that you've made it? Is it your 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 subs? Everyone has different ideas of when they feel success. Either way, you're a winner to me. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm there myself. I mean, I never really expected to Well, I mean, I guess I kind of expect. I mean, I wanted to hit 1,000. I mean, that was a goal, and you just want to see how high it goes. But, um, I don't know. You just try it and you hope it goes well, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at this point, if I can get to the point where I'll start getting some yeses on will you send me free movies, then I feel like I've made it.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is probably a better question for Ken or maybe even Mike, because I know Mike's working this thing hard. Like, I mean, he's working it like it's a job down there. So I think this would be a good question for you two guys.
It's all a question of, what do you want to get out of it? What are you doing this for? What are your goals? Like me, like when I first started, I mean, to be where I'm at now, like I never foresaw getting past 1,000 when I first started. It was a very long ramp up for me. Like I was at like 50 subscribers for the first 6 months. I didn't know anybody at all. So I didn't expect to be like where I'm at now. And at this point, it's just, I hate to say that it's when you're goal oriented and you're just always setting new goals for yourself, you never really truly feel like you've made anything because you're always chasing what's next after that. So even though I'm at where I'm at now, I still feel like there's tons of room for growth and improvement. I don't feel like I'm anything at this point.
Yeah, but you recognize your success though, right?
I mean, what's success defined by? I mean,
I would say most people look at you as
I'd say Mr.
king of
Beast
the
is
BlueTuber.
successful on YouTube. Yeah, I'm very fortunate to have what I have. I would never say otherwise. Like I said, I don't even feel like I deserve what I have most of the time. But you're always, I'm very self-deprecating, so I never truly feel like I've made anything. So I don't know what that would look like for me personally. What success on YouTube looks like. It's hard to define for me.
I think success is when you have a Florence Pugh blanket hanging behind you.
That obviously, yes.
No, but you should. I mean, Ken, I'm sure I speak for everybody in this panel and the chat. We all look up to you. So,
yeah. Well, that's success then to me. If that's how people feel, that's awesome.
So. Everyone's like, all right, speak for yourself, Cody.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mike? Because
to be able to debut a new channel on my channel.
One of the things I really
few subscribers, that's success.
One of the things I really liked about Mike was he's one of the few YouTubers I've ever seen actually, kind of admit that he wants, like he was treating it like sort of like it's a job.
Oh yes, absolutely, 100%. So yeah, so when I first started, I wanted to take it very seriously. I wanted to treat it like a job. I'm like, okay, what am I good at? I don't know how to record. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know if I'm the best talker. So I'm like, well, what can I bring? What are my skill sets? I'm like, I can work really hard and I can learn. I'm like, if I can apply those two things, I think I can get something going. And so that's what I've been treating as, just work hard every day, try to put out a video every day, and then hopefully it will grow over time, because it's always been one of my dreams to, make some money talking movies with a passion, something that I love to do. Because in life, I've been able to make money, work hard, all that good stuff, but I've never been able to make money doing something I really love and something I'm really passionate about. So I'm like, okay, if I can do that, that'll be great. But YouTube, it's hard work, no doubt. So everybody up here I know is working super hard because it's tough. It is tough putting in the hours, creating content, just long nights, early mornings. So I'm definitely sweating doing it for sure. But I'm like, at least it's fun work though, because I enjoy it. I'm like, okay, but at least I'm talking about something I love while I'm working really hard. So that's how I've always treated it as, So I do feel really successful though, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know how to put together a iMovie, a year and a half ago. I've never made any videos in my life. And now I have, over 1,000 subs. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty successful. But I'm so goal orientated. I'm always looking for, okay, well, now I'm on to trying to get to 2,000 subs. So, that's just kind of my ambitious personality.
Yeah.
And I treat it the opposite. I treat it more like a hobby. I treat it like, I mean, of course, I've been doing it for a little over 10 years, and I'm almost at 8,000 subscribers. But I treat it like an outlet to just talk about the movies, the community, talking with everybody in the live streams. It's just a fun hobby for me. I don't care about the money part of it. It's more of the community for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too. When I started, I never thought I'd see 1,000 subscribers. That was my only goal, was to hit 1,000. Like, that's just kind of the landmark when you start.
I mean, even that's just crazy to think about. There's 1,000. Have you met 1,000 people in your life?
Yeah. If you really think about that, not that, I got 1,300 something subscribers now. Not that 1,300 people watching every video, but just to think there's 1,300 people that took the time to subscribe to the channel. It's kind of mind blowing thinking. You go back and watch my first video. It's rough. And my last video wasn't that much better, but I'm having a good time doing it, and it's met a lot of cool people, and like I'm kind of like Tony. For me, it's kind of like a hobby, Now that I'm monetized, I think I made $20 a month. Yeah, it's not really about the money; it's talking about movies, what I love to do, and I'm kind of doing something I'm passionate about. It's just that I guess with my family and job and everything else, I didn't really have time to pour in the energy in this that I really wanted to. For me, this is just a hobby. This is me getting on here, just having a good time, doing stuff like this, hanging out with folks, talking movies. It
is tough to balance those two mindsets, because the moment you start making money, it does start to creep into your mind that, hey, this is kind of like a second job or something like that. Mm-hmm. Even though you start doing it for fun, it's hard to maintain that balance of, I do this because I enjoy it and I love it and it's fun, but also I'm making money off of it. So how do I keep that from influencing like certain decisions that I'm making as far as the content that I'm making, and just trying to balance that and making sure that you're still having fun, even though you are in some aspects treating it like a business. That's kind of my struggle, internal struggle because it does get stressful. Especially when you get into that, I got to upload every day, and I've been in that mode for 3 years now. And it gets stressful when even you start getting, I'm very fortunate, like I've started to receive review copies and things like that, but that means that I feel the pressure to have to showcase that product and give it its time and do a good review on it. And also be honest to my people that are subscribed to me. And, you're getting all this stuff in and you got to showcase it and make the content. And there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. Every day.
Yeah, I definitely admire, you guys who go 7 days a week, with your content. Because I know how hard it is just to put out a few videos. And, of course, ever since I started like doing the slipcovers and stuff, like I used to put out about 15 videos a month, and now I'm down to like maybe 8 because, you got the full-time job, then you got the part-time side hustle job, and then you got the YouTube job, and, that leaves no time for anything else. I mean,
yeah. It's a lot of commitment. Like I know Mike doing videos every day. I'm sure he doesn't have a lot of time that he gets to spend just for himself. Like he's watching movies or he's reviewing movies. I'm doing the same. I got a full-time job. I got a family. It's like when you're in this mode, it's like there's almost no relaxation time. Even when I'm sitting down watching a movie, I'm thinking about how am I going to talk about this? How am I going to review it? And it's like everything that you do is for content in your free time. So
Yep, that's exactly right. I don't feel like I've had just like a free, relaxed day in the longest time since I started YouTube. I'm like, I need to give myself a break one of these days where it's just a do nothing day. I'm like, I'm either working or YouTube or something.
And I think about it every week. I'm like, I'm just going to take this week off and just not do anything. No physical media report, no nothing. I'm just done. But I'll as soon as I do the report, then I'm thinking about everything else I'm going to do that week. So that's almost kind of like my starting point for every week. If I would just not do that one week, then I could probably not do anything for the whole week.
Yeah. Yeah, that report's a monster. I remember trying to do, a similar type video, and
Remember those too.
God, it was just it was so time consuming. It was 6 or 7 hours. I mean, that thing was. And then
if
you
you're
get
not
the
planning ahead, like it can really creep up on you. And there's some days where I don't plan ahead enough, and it takes me like 7 or 8 hours, just the entire process of it.
Yeah.
There's some days where I planned it. Like this week, I did pretty good. It took me like 3 hours today, I think.
And then of course
It also
you get
depends
that
on what gets announced too.
the late breaking news.
Yeah. Right before I sit down to record, some like 5 things come in. I'm like, Jesus. But that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, speaking of Mike, I had a little funny story about why I subscribed to Mike the first time. Or, well, it's the only time I subscribed to him. But what made me subscribe to him is I got to talk about that intro, Mike. The original intro. Do you guys remember that? If not, I've got a video here. Let me play this.
I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I got a mega movie plan. I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I got a mega movie plan.
Oh.
I love that intro. Have you stopped doing that completely?
Oh yeah, I did. But I wanted to test it out. I'm like, okay, let me try for a week cutting out the intro because I feel like it's taking too long to get into the meat of the video. And I'll see if anybody says something. If somebody says something, I'm like, okay, they care. I'll definitely bring it back. Nobody said a word about it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, I guess it's in the garbage it goes. And nobody ever missed it.
Side hustle cares.
I saw that and I was like, I mean, it's a little cringy. It is. But when I saw it, I was like, God, that is so great. I was like, because I knew this guy was just laying out, like full on going for it. And I was like, oh, that's got to be worth a sub right there,
Yeah.
And I haven't regretted it. I mean,
I always appreciate the ones that go for it.
Yeah, I personally like that. That's a sweet end. I've never seen that before, so.
But I understand why you cut it out because I've toyed with. I used to do a lot of intros back in the early days, and it does get to the point where it's like I'm spending more time on the damn intro than I am on the freaking video. Like what? It's such a time waster. And yeah, most people just want to get to the point. You'll start seeing those comments that are like, video starts at 1 minute 20 seconds. Don't screw you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I can't take away my intro though. People they'll complain right away. I did try it one time. I just had my logo fade in and out instead of doing that full intro. And people love the intro. So
I do love that intro.
I had to go with that.
Yeah.
And I originally wanted to move my desk around, because I've got some other walls that are kind of interesting too, but everyone likes the shining wall, so I feel like I can't move now.
It's become your brand.
Yes.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, like if you did, I think you do have side hustle shirts, don't you?
I made a couple. I don't have them any like for sale.
So you need one with just the shining carpet and then side hustle logo on it.
That would be cool. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I should do that. Now I owe you a cut of it. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting on my 10% for all the revenue earned on the side hustle channel since you started.
Yeah. Well,
that was our agreement when I debuted you. We didn't talk about that with everybody.
Was that in the fine print?
10% off the channel revenue and the slipcover revenue as well.
The slipcover revenue is going to be a beating. For you,
just send him a Groupon for 10% off a free, Miss Cleo session. So,
right. Side Hustle just calls Ken in a Jamaican accent with a Jamaican accent.
And let's see. I also had a message here from Wolves at Your Door. Maybe some people in the chat might know him. It's Patrick Gomez. He just started a new YouTube channel, which is kind of interesting because I started my channel and Ken's channel, and now Patrick just started his channel. I'm going to give him a little little push here, hopefully. But let me play this message, and you can kind of see what he says. It's
Congratulations, Side Hustle Cinema, on your first 1,000 subscribers. Super excited for you. You've worked really hard for it. I wish I could be there today for the live stream, but I have work. I'm going to try to get off early. Can't promise it, though. So I'm just shooting you this little video to say congratulations. You're awesome in this community. You're always free to have a conversation with, easy to talk to. I'm just now starting my YouTube channel, and I feel like you've already helped me a whole lot with confidence and tips and everything. This community of movie lovers is very lucky to have you. Super excited to see what you got in the future, and I appreciate everything you do.
Good.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And I put his channel down in the description. And I'm going to do a little giveaway to help him out. If anyone watching on replay or in the chat now, you can go to his channel and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on that video, and tell him, write in the comments that Side Hustle sent me. And I'll go over to his channel. I'll give it a couple days. I'll go over to his channel and I'll select one of those Side Hustle comments, and you'll get some free slip covers. We'll do 2 free slip covers. Anything that I got in my store there. So we'll do that. So there's a little giveaway right there. And let's do one for Anthony too here, and I'll give away some more slip covers. Go to Anthony's channel. Today he just dropped a video for his Chucky rankings, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So go check out that video. Right, Side Hustle sent me, and I'll give it a couple days on that one too, and I'll pick a winner and notify you. And from the U.S. though, I'm not sending it to Canada or
It's ridiculous to ship up there. It really is.
Is it really that bad? Because I always hear people
My
being
God.
like, only if you're in the USA. I'm like, is it really that much? Like in my mind, it's like $5 extra, but I could be wrong.
It's like 30 $30. I just sent a steel book up there. Just one steel book.
Poor
$30.
Tiana. Poor Tiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah, we can do. Do you have a new video out, Cody, or no?
I do not. I have one coming out, I think Saturday morning.
Coming soon.
Coming soon, yeah.
But he's great. He's got a great Dr. Giggles video out there.
I do.
Or Mr.
Yeah,
Dr.
he's
Giggles.
really riding the wave of that Dr. Giggles.
Go check out the Dr. Giggles video.
Make them want more. Make them wait.
I dropped that Dr. Giggles. I was like, all right, 6 months later, I'll come back.
Really making that one last.
And it's people still on it, man.
That was a great video, man. Great video.
People were very excited to see Side Hustle on there. So
awesome. I tell you what, when Cody drops his new video, I'll post the giveaway in my community tab. You can go over to his new video and I'll give away some more slip covers.
Yeah,
Side Hustle just gave you homework, Cody. The new video. He just like low key
get that new video out.
Go make a new video. Then,
so in 3 months. So guys, July 3rd, my next video is gonna come out. No, it should be this weekend. I'm doing a taste test, not taste test, but I have like these retro. I don't even know what they are. It's like peanut butter or something, but it's like one tastes like Ecto Cooler. One tastes like those old Ninja Turtle like ice cream pops that you get from the from the ice cream man. I have like 3 or 4 of those that I want to test out. So that'll be a great video. So hopefully.
Sounds good.
You can either do one great video every 3 months or one mediocre video every day. Yeah, call what you want. I was talking about myself, Tony, not you. I was talking about myself, not you.
No, my
your videos are great.
My schedule got so busy during April, so I knew that I was like, all right, this Dr. Giggles one is going to be my last one for a little bit. So yeah.
One thing about Tony's videos, I can guarantee he doesn't have anybody that says video starts at 1 minute 30 seconds because then it's over.
It says video ends at 1 minute 30 seconds.
I love your longer videos though, Tony.
Yeah, those are
when you get a good 10-minute one out there. That's when I'm like, hell yeah.
If I can find 10 minutes of my day, then maybe I would do a longer video. Maybe soon. Maybe when I retire in about 4 years.
Yeah, I just want you just sitting there chilling, just talking about the collection.
Do you make your videos every day, or do you do like one day and you make 7 videos?
They are pre-populated for the majority. If something comes up during the week, then I'll go ahead and do a fresh video, like I did one today. But they have to be planned in advance because my time is so limited with work and everything else. It's hard to do one every single day.
Yeah,
so
I used to be
usually
very
my weekends usually doing that.
We need more Tony time.
Yeah,
we need more. That's why I always watch your live streams that you're on, Tony, because you know you a little bit better and everything. I mean, I like your 2-minute videos just to watch a quick, Steelbook unboxing or something. But I do like when you do those live streams, like you did with Garrett over on Born to Be Red's channel. That was a great interview.
Tony's Quickies is what we like to call him here on the tube.
Oh, Tony's Quickies.
Tony does have a really good live stream on his channel, though. That's 6 hours long. That
I
check out.
watched that too.
And it's the entire length of that live stream is longer than all of his other videos put together.
Yeah,
for the whole 18 years, right?
Yeah. If you go months back, Tony's got a bunch of live streams and stuff in there, and I was like, "What? He's got all these live streams?" And I just started like binging them because I'm like. It's just long content,
Yeah, back during the pandemic, I was doing a live at least once a week.
Yeah, because you were on there with like Tommy Starr and Craig.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch back 2019, 20, 21.
I think I remember that. I think that was right before I started. I had you on to do a live. I think I remember you doing one with
that was like people. That was like a 6-hour video or something too. That was a long video, 4 to 6 hours somewhere around there. It was pretty long.
I've had the longest I've done was 5 hours, and I seen y'all do that 6 hours live stream. I'm like, Jesus, I got to step up my game, man. Those are rookie numbers. My little 5-hour streams ain't nothing anymore.
I know.
I also like when Tony replaces his face with Tom Cruise's face in his videos. You know what I'm talking about, Tony? When you're like,
I did that once.
Yeah, you're talking about Top Gun, and you're like, my wife wishes I was Tom Cruise, and then, like all of a sudden it's Tom Cruise's face over Tony's face.
It was I think it was my Tom. How many copies of Top Gun do I have? Video.
It was great. It took my breath away.
She does. She still wishes.
Is your wife really into Tom Cruise?
No, I'm just exaggerating.
I know
she's into me.
Okay, she should be. I want more videos of you reacting to your old videos from like 10 years ago, because that was one of the best videos you ever did.
I can barely get through those.
Yeah, you need to go back and start looking at the older videos, going through the greatest hits.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of streaming, Tim's got a question here again. We got with live streaming being a major part of this community, do you plan to dive more into hosting streams on the regular, or are you good with sporadic streams? My problem with streams is I work nights, 4 nights a week, so that kind of limits me to, like, my days off are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I work like almost like 10, 12 hours like the other 4 days. And
You almost got my schedule.
yeah, almost, yeah. And so, for me, I don't know. I don't love hosting. It's a lot of, all the pressure's on, and, it's a little more work. I love being a part of streams, but then again, those are your only days off, and usually I'm spending the morning making slip covers, and until the mail runs. So I don't know. You don't have much time, so it is hard to fit it in for me.
You have a
I don't
6
know about
a.m.
you
stream.
guys.
You can have a 6 a.m. stream on your day off.
You can do a stream while you're making the slip covers. Just go, like,
that would actually be kind of cool.
yeah,
That's
just
not
kind of
bad.
talking with whoever pops in as you're like, getting your slip covers mailed off and stuff.
I have
You
been
need a
like kind of
DIY
going around
He has
with
an
the
You need a how-to
idea.
video. You need a how-to video.
Yeah,
I know
everybody
you don't
wants
give
a
away your
how-to
secrets.
video.
You can
But,
call
you know.
it slipping with side hustle.
Slip it in the side.
If Tony can do it with Christmas trees on his channel,
Yeah.
you can do it with those slip covers.
Like Huck has the morning mug, you'll have the morning slip.
There you go.
Just don't
Well,
put
I've
Nip in
thought
there.
about doing like some kind of a midday show or something like that. At some point. Well, first of all, it's very, very crowded at night. Most nights. I mean, I actually wrote
Been that
that
way.
down as one of my questions that I was going to ask you guys, and that is like, back when I first started, I mean, people were streaming, but it wasn't as much as they are right now.
We weren't all connected.
And now, like, I mean, everyone's streaming quite a bit, and some people, they really don't even put out videos hardly. They're mostly just streaming. So, because also when I first started, like, there was this big thing, like, you knew Tuesday nights was Mid-Level Media's night. You knew Wednesday was Movies and Sue. And if you were planning something, you would like plan it before or after. You didn't want to cross the streams. There was the Thursday, the battles and stuff went on.
Yeah.
And so, people really watched, like, they didn't want to cross streams. And I don't feel like they were doing that because, just because of the, not wanting to divide the audience. I felt like it was almost like more of a respect thing. And that just seems to have gone out the window now. I mean, it's just the Wild West as far as streaming.
Yeah, side hustle. I had a thought on this. We have to have a Godfather style where we call all the streaming families the heads of the streaming together. And we got to hash it out. Okay, who gets that night? Who gets that night? You know what I mean? And just settle on the territories for certain days and times.
I have thought about that so much, Mike. Like, I wish that Discord that Mel and 4K or D-Ray used to have. I kind of wish like that would have
I think
succeeded.
there was a spot in there for talking about upcoming streams and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like the community itself, though, they didn't quite buy into that Discord. I mean, there was a certain group of people that were in there, and it never really grew. Because it actually would be really cool, like if you could almost like go up there. It's like, well, I've got this streaming idea, and you just kind of post it to see who was interested in doing that stream. As opposed to reaching out to people, because sometimes streams are a little bit mismatched. Like you'll notice, like someone will have maybe a friend on, but that friend doesn't really fit the stream, or maybe they don't have that, knowledge for the stream or something. I mean, that happens a little bit. Mike does a great job of like diversifying like who he brings on too. He brings on a lot of different people, and no one should ever be scared to ask. No one should ever be scared to ask YouTubers to join a stream because everybody knows we're all attention whores.
I'm always trying to fill spots. Like literally, I got 4 streams to fill in the next couple weeks. So if somebody wants a spot, hit me up.
Mike's a worker. He'll be hitting me up, and sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. I mean, that's what I always tell people. I was like, don't think I'm just saying no because I'm some a-hole YouTuber or something on here. But it's like if you got something for me, like just reach out and ask me. Like I can either do it or I can't. I mean, it's that simple. But my wife's not going to let me stream like 4 or 5 nights a week, so I have to kind of plan 2 nights a week. I can do stuff.
But I mean, if you're streaming like way late at night,
midnight nobody's on, so I don't call streams with nobody.
Yeah,
you know, everybody's.
Well, that's what I saw.
drunk.
See, I got my first Tuesday of the month is my round table, and that's the only kind of big stream that I do now because I moved my collector series to be pre-recorded, and I kind of like it that way now because I get to dive a little bit deeper into the collector and the channel and just kind of have it interview style and not have to worry about a chat or anything, and I can just put it up for people to watch. And any other time I go live is usually 10:30 or 11 at night. I just watch out for everybody. I'm like, okay, I kind of just feel the temperature in the streaming. Who's streaming? Oh, there's 8 people. I guess I'm not doing nothing tonight. Then I'll just watch everybody. But if it's a light night, then I'll jump on.
Yeah. And how do you guys feel about people like streaming more than dropping videos? Does it seem like the easy way out a little bit as like 7-day-a-week creators who put out a ton of videos?
It all goes back to what your goals are and what you're trying to get out of YouTube and what kind of content that you want to create. I mean, streams are easy, but also it depends on who you are as a person, whether or not they're going to be easy or not. Some people get live and they could freeze up because they know that they're live. And they may find because I know people that just do pre-recorded stuff and the thought of streaming scares the crap out of them.
Yeah.
So some people just feel more comfortable doing the streams. So it just all depends on what kind of content creator you are. And
I do more streams and recorded videos because they're more fun. When you're doing a stream, you're interacting with the chat, interacting with a group of people. You know, I still have to recorded videos, but I do more streams and recorded just because it's more engaging. It's more entertaining. You know, so
you'll see more growth for your channel if you focus on the pre-recorded stuff for sure. But you'll see a lot more community building when you do the streams.
Yeah.
You know, the people that subscribe to you you'll start to see that community that kind of rallies around you. So it's a give or take because you'll see those channels that have like 1 million subscribers and they go live like 200, 220 people in the chat. And I was like, you have 1 million subscribers. Like, how is this possible? Because the people that are subscribing to them it's for their pre-recorded stuff.
Yeah.
And then vice versa, you'll see a channel with 7,000, 8,000 subscribers have 300 people in their chat or something because they built that community around the live streams. So it's just, a good, you could do a healthy mix for sure, but, you just have to lean into your strengths and decide like what's better for your channel.
Now, how do you guys feel about YouTube Shorts? Does anyone use it besides Mike? I don't think so, right?
I've done a few.
I try.
Yeah, I've done a few.
I've done 2, I think, a long time ago. I haven't done one recently. But
I'll do 3 in a week, and then I won't do one for a month.
Yeah, I like the long form content, so I love the live streams and interacting with the people.
Same here.
All that kind of stuff. I'm not a big shorts guy. I don't really care for those. I understand why people do them. It's a great way to advertise and tell people what's coming up and everything, but I don't like short, quick videos. I mean, that's why when I first started, a lot of my videos were long, but then people
watch what you say about Tony's content.
But then people were telling me like, no, dude, you got to shorten it down. You got to make it like under 10 minutes because then the algorithm picks you up more. People are more prone to watch it more, rewatch it more if it's under 10 minutes. So I'm like, well, I guess if I want to grow my channel and meet new people and make more connections and stuff, I guess I should start shortening down the videos. So now my more recent videos, if you notice, if you go back and watch my old stuff, it's way longer. My newer stuff, I've been making them shorter and shorter, except if it's like a haul video or like I'm showing off a collection, like a steelbook collection, then those are going to be 20 to 30 minutes. It's hard to make them shorter unless I do like part 1 and part 2, but I think people hate that. So I just am like, whatever. If it's 20 or 30 minutes, then it is what it is. Like my Chucky ranking video was 30 minutes, but that's because I like talking about each film so people understand where I'm coming from. I just don't want to be like, oh, the remake, this one, that one. You know what I mean? And because that's not interesting. So.
And you're doing it because you want to talk about the movies. Like this
exactly,
is your
right.
outlet to do that.
So that's why I do it. So what's the point if I don't get to talk about them?
Because I definitely struggle with that as well, my video length and stuff. And I'll be like, all right, I'm only going for 15 minutes. And then I get to the end, I'm like, damn, I got 35 minutes of footage. How am I going to whittle this down?
Yep.
That's how my first video went. I sat down and I talked about movies I liked for about 3 hours, and then I just cut it down to 15 minutes.
Right.
I just sat and just talked. Like I was talking to nobody. I was like, blah, blah, blah. I like this movie. I like that movie. And I just went in and I was like, all right, I can't talk about 80 movies. So let's cut this down to 10,
If you would have edited that properly, you would have had content for the next few weeks.
Yeah. But nobody wants to get to know the dude for 3 months, Look, we get it. We know who you are.
Yeah. But I'm with you. I love watching, live streams. I try to make a point to watch, people's videos and stuff like that to support, but I love watching the live streams and the conversations and stuff. Like, Pops will drop that 5-hour live stream and, I can listen to that all day, or just as soon as I see a live stream, I'm more drawn to it than the edited video stuff. That's just me personally, but that's for sure the majority of people I feel like the nice edited videos, because those are the channels that blow up. The ones that have like nice, tight, well edited videos are the ones that shoot like to 1 million subscribers and beyond.
Yeah.
Or people that do shorts. I've seen channels grow from 5,000 subs to 80,000 subs in a matter of a month off of those shorts, YouTube shorts.
You know what other videos?
It's crazy.
Those reaction videos kill it. Like those guys that react to movies and shows and stuff like that. I've seen those channels grow from nothing to like thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. People love those. Like react to Scream, react to Halloween.
I would have thought that those would have died down by now, but no, they're still going pretty strong.
Love it.
I feel like mine would be terrible if I did a reaction, because I'd be paying attention and forget I'm being recorded. I just be like,
exactly.
I don't even know how people do it and make it genuine.
Yeah, they talk through the whole thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't understand it.
And then they get to the end of it, and it's like, oh, this movie sucks. They'll be talking like about The Godfather or Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or something. I'm like, you didn't even like really watch it and involve yourself in it,
Yeah, and then like those people will show all these clips, like they'll show like 80% of the movie and not get a copyright script, but then you show 10 seconds in your video and you gotta take your video down.
That's what I wonder. How do you make those videos and not get a copyright? I've done intros with just clips of movies, or do a cutaway and recorded video, and I'll get you gotta take this out. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. And Tim's got a good point. Those shorts, they can grow a channel, but you'll see like the channels that grow off of shorts, if they try to release a video, it's not getting the views to reflect those subscribers that they got.
Yeah,
people just want the shorts.
I have a friend who has a pretty big TikTok channel or whatever. I don't know. That's just what I don't know how many he has. I don't know how big that means. But he said he has a pretty big channel. He's like, if you ever want to come on like live with me, I can help promote your channel. And I felt bad, but I was like, well, I don't want your audience. Like that's basically what I told him. I was like, that's not the kind of audience I want watching my stuff. And he just couldn't understand that.
Right. But if you're trying to like get into like good standing with some of these the PR people, like who make that decision on whether or not to give you're going to get the review copies. I mean, doesn't it help though to have like that big number?
I think so, because you see a lot of TikTokers get everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that would be one benefit, to pumping your channel up with shorts. If your end goal is to get, free merch.
Yeah. If that's your goal, like I said, everybody does stuff for different reasons. I didn't start this channel to get free movies and stuff. I think that going into it with that mindset is the wrong mindset. You should never start a channel because you want to make money or be famous or get free movies. I get this question all the time. People will message me, how do you get free stuff from studios? And I look at their Instagram and it's not even a movie page. They're not even talking about movies or showing anything. I'm like, well, first off, you have to maybe talk about movies or show off your collection or do something, like create some kind of a thing about movies, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. But that should never be your goal because you're going to wind up more disappointed than not.
Yeah, but you can still, like, I mean, you can always have two truths, you know? Like, I mean, like you can be passionate about movies.
Yeah.
And love talking about movies, but at the same time, you know, you could have that other thing too. I mean that could
always have a goal in mind. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But that shouldn't be the basis for why you start something, in my opinion. Because like when I started my Instagram in 2017, I just did it because I wanted an outlet to talk about movies that I'd watched. I had been writing down my thoughts on movies that I watched in a journal that nobody was reading. I would just like write little reviews, scores. I'm like, who is this for? Like just for me to like look back on. So I was getting into Instagram and social media, and that's when I was like, oh, I could just like, you know, do little short movie reviews on Instagram. That could be fun. I'll see where that goes.
Do you still have that journal?
I might have it down here actually.
Yeah, because honestly, you could probably publish that later on if you become
it's not
big.
Publish worthy,
but you don't know people
and stuff.
But that might be like someone like me who
it would
like,
be, yeah.
You know, I mean, like someone who like wanted to start a channel but didn't know how to. I would have loved to have known that. Like, oh, I wonder what Ken did before he did this. That would have been a book I would have bought. Is like, some like your like chicken.
I definitely filled a couple journals with stuff like when I was really getting, you know, into movies, like seriously, probably back in 2013, 2014.
Yeah, because to me, you know, I hate to quote Miley Cyrus, but it's all about the climb here, and that's exactly what I would use your book as an inspiration. So someone else could do that probably.
Because I was all about the written form. Like I never thought I was going to do anything video. Like I don't have a face for video. So I wanted to write. Like I had a blog back in the day. It wasn't movie related. It was video games because I was so into video games in like the 2000s and early 2010s. It was like on GameInformer.com. I had a little blog and I did probably like 50 blogs on there, just reviewing games and talking about games.
All right. Well, let's see. I was going to give the thing away, the grand prize there at 10 o'clock. So let me jump over and do that. And so the thing I use for these giveaways, I use there. Maybe people want to use it for their channels. It's called random comment or YouTube random comment picker. It's like if you just Google that, it just it's like a free thing, and it just you know, you put in the web address for the video, and it pulls up all the comments. You know, you can set parameters like a keyword or you know, get rid of duplicate entries, that kind of thing. And it's like a super fast way. You know, I see people make the big prize wheel and put in all the names. This is so much faster. So, I mean, it doesn't look as better. It doesn't look as good, but it's a whole lot faster. Let me see here. Oh, I may have to go to that present tab again. All right. Bear with me here.
Well, while he's doing that, Pops, should we talk about...
Because it is time now to pick the grand prize winner. You know, the big prize, the big mystery box. You know what's in here? At least one item is that Ninja Turtles umbrella, Stinko Vision Blu-ray. That's very cool. Super cool. That is in here. A bunch of other things are in here. Got some autographs, got some enamel pins, got some different things. You're going to like it. You're definitely going to like it. Big value in this. And so good luck to everyone who entered. I had quite a turnout for this. This was really good, and hopefully you weren't just here for the giveaway. Hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy the channel. I don't put out a lot of videos. I'm not gonna spam your feed with videos all the time, so stay subscribed. I actually do giveaways and different things from time to time, and who knows, maybe you'll even like the content. Let's hope so. Let's hope that's why you're here. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to pick a winner. And what I use to pick a winner is I go to YouTube Random Comment Picker. And so I've already got it loaded up here. And so, yeah, I've got it all checked out there. We had 75 unique entries. And so yeah, we are just about ready, and I'll hit the start button and it's going to select a winner, and we'll see who wins that grand prize. So good luck to everyone. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, Mama Blu-ray. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Mama Blu-ray is the big winner. Wow, Mama Blu-ray actually was the first person who put a comment in when I dropped the video. It was very quickly. I put the video down, and I think she probably commented within 3 or 4 minutes, I think. So that is too funny. Well, congratulations, Mama Blu-ray. That's awesome. Well, I definitely know how to get in touch with you. I have Sue's information, so I can get this out to you. And oh, that is so cool. Congratulations, Mama Blu-ray. Yeah, that's great. Well, and by the way, we got other giveaways and stuff going on tonight, so anyone watching who didn't win the grand prize, you still got a chance to win some other stuff. So hang in there, and good luck in the other contests, and Mama Blu-ray, congratulations, and I will get your mystery box out, and maybe Sue will want to do a mystery box opening or something. So that'll be a lot of fun, and enjoy it. And thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for supporting so many people in the YouTube community here. Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Mama Blu-ray. So that was great. All right, guys, back to the stream. And hopefully you're having a good time. There you go.
Damn,
Mama Blu-ray.
That was like a 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Mama Blu-ray and Sue can both enjoy it, so that was good.
Yeah, and I do have a few other things that let's see. I didn't necessarily prepare any questions though. Has anyone got any questions we can fire out the chat? See if anyone comes up with the answer and wins something here. I got some autographs that people I've got doubles of, or maybe ones that I just didn't quite want. Here, let's give this away. Let's somebody come up with a question if you would. I don't know.
We can do what was Side Hustle's first video. Do you know what your first video was?
Well, yeah, I think everyone knows that though because it was on Ken's channel. It was that.
What was your second video?
No,
Oh.
yeah, well, what was your first video that was on your channel?
Oh well, that actually. I mean, I did drop it on the channel. That was my first video, technically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But listen, I've got a Channing Morrow autograph here, and I've got a copy of Haunt that I have it's a double. So
Nice.
I'll give those away. And so it'd be let's see. What's
Who's the lead actress in Haunt?
the lead actress?
In
It's
Haunt.
a tough one.
Who's the
Do you
final?
know it?
Do I know it offhand? No,
Yeah.
I can look it up really quick.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah.
Anybody could just throw out any name. That was it.
Well, not everybody.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah,
It's not
now everybody's
Dream of
Googling it.
Wheat's sister.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yep. I get it. Yeah. Who? Yeah. Well, yeah. Should I say her name? The character's name?
Well, no, wait and see. Did someone get it in the chat here? Let's see.
Brian Goes Blue looks like he's the first one to answer.
Bob should have got it. That's his favorite horror movie.
That's one of Brian and Coco's favorite movies too.
Yeah, I
Where's
think Brian
Coco's?
Goes Blue is the first one I see in the chat.
Yeah, I see
Brian is always quick, man. He is on.
He's on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Brian won, I guess.
What's the name?
Well, he's a cyborg.
Oh, it's Katie Stevens.
That's it. Yep.
Is that?
That's the name. Yep. She plays Harper.
Well, congratulations, Brian. You won a Channing Morrow autograph, and you can have a copy of Haunt if you want. I know you probably have Haunt already, but good thing is I don't have to send that one out. I'll see you at Spooky in like a week or so.
Even better.
That works out.
Yeah. Spooky Empire coming around the corner. Millie Bobby Brown's going to be there. And it's supposed to be the only convention that she's doing here in the States this year. And she's charging $250 for the autograph. And
Crap.
it's 500. 500 gets you a picture, her autograph, and you get to attend her private panel. She's doing a panel, but only if you pay that $500.
Wow.
You get to attend.
See, my memberships feel like a deal now, everybody. Keep that in mind.
Really?
You
Yeah,
get,
she's
like,
busy.
10
She's
memberships
getting
for my
didn't she
channel.
get married this year or something? She's
What?
married at 16.
Yeah, she's gonna get married to
How old
Oh,
is she?
what-
She can't be more than
what-
like 18
Bon Jovi's
or
kid.
19.
yeah, she's gonna marry Bon
She's
Jovi's
freaking
son.
11 in the first
So she's-
season, wasn't she?
So-
I know
so
her
she'll
name's
be
11, but she was also, I think, the age 11.
Millie Bobby Jovi. Is that going to be her name?
Like Bobby Jovi, maybe.
She's changing it to Millie Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that's a crazy price. I wouldn't pay it. I mean, I would pay that for like Jamie Lee Curtis, probably.
I wouldn't pay it for anybody.
You wouldn't
No,
pay it
that's
for
too
anyone.
much.
I wouldn't pay for.
That's
I'm not
too
an
much.
autograph person though.
I'm not either.
I've never been into autograph stuff. I got John Cena.
We gotta
to
be special
autograph my
cologne,
Word
law
Life
enforcement level.
hoodie
We
back
need
in
to consider it.
2005.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
last thing I did.
Yeah.
autographs, man. They're a sickness. I mean, once you go down that rabbit hole,
Yeah. Like if I would have been into it 10, 15 years ago when it was cheaper, yeah, sure. But I would never get into it now with the prices,
right? Yeah,
I ever went to a horror
Mr.
convention, somebody was $40 and I would have done, I think maybe it's cool to get their signature. I might do it, but I'm not paying no $200. for
Yeah.
anybody.
Right.
Not even Arnold. I wouldn't even pay it for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Good, because
Sylvester Stallone or
yeah, they're like 800.
anybody. Yeah, I wouldn't do it for them.
Yeah, I mean it is crazy prices. Alyssa Sutherland's going to be there. She played the mom in Evil Dead Rise. I'm curious to see like what her price is going to be, because I I'm just worried because of that movie. Like it's so like new and so popular.
Do you know who's representing her?
No, I don't.
If it's Sean Clark, it's most likely 60. That's who he
Yeah. Sean,
he usually
he
has
keeps the prices down,
60,
but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I kind of don't think he's with her though.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she probably just went on the the circuit, the convention circuit.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably be expensive, maybe, but I got to get hers for sure. That'll be cool. Then there's one in June that that little girl who plays Megan is going to be there. Now she's one of Sean Clark's.
Yeah.
Amy Donald. Yeah, she's going to be there. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, she'll be at a festival. Or not a festival. A good mention that I'm going to in July.
Pops, you need to come down to some of these, man.
I know, man. It ain't that far. I've never been to one. So I've been talking to Brian about it. I'm trying to work it out. So if not this year, next year for sure. I got to go.
Yeah.
Never been to a convention.
They're fun.
I'm gonna try to go to the Scarefest.
I'm a little nervous about the money I probably drop in a place
Kentucky.
like that. I have to be careful.
Would you go nuts on autographs, Pops?
No, probably not. I mean, it's more the merchandise.
What would you pay for Clint Eastwood to sign that box set back there?
We're going 250 for that. Yeah, we're
you
going.
Would do that? You would do 250? What if it was 300?
No doubt.
What about Sly?
He was tying that box back there. You damn right.
What about Sly?
I'd have to carry that 40-pound bitch around the whole time. But yeah, there's no doubt.
What about Sly, man?
Oh yeah, like I said earlier. I mean, if you go Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood, Arnold Schwarzenegger, we may talk 250. Other than that, ain't no way in hell I'm paying that much.
What about 900?
I can think of.
Yeah,
900. I couldn't go 900.
Stallone does 900.
Everybody's got a limit.
I could buy their whole collection for 900.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
yeah, it's pretty crazy. So you're going to go to Scarefest, Ken?
I'm thinking about it. I wanted to go last year. I didn't put in for it in time because I work weekends, so I have to take off to do it. So I have to plan ahead a little bit. I didn't get it in my time in enough of advance. So I'm gonna try to plan for it this year and go because I would like to go to a horror convention. At some point.
Well,
the closest thing I've been to
going to that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, because everyone met up like last year. A lot of people met up. A lot of the horror channels and stuff.
Yeah, I think Garrett's going this year, and I think Dead Pit will be there, and
Pizzal goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, Pizzal. I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try.
And so I thought, I was wanting to do one like out of town one, and so like I grew up in West Virginia, so I still got like family there. I got a brother who lives there. And I was thinking about taking like a week off or something and taking my vacation. And to get over to Lexington is like it's like 3 hours from where my brother lives. So I can like go up and spend time with him and then jump over for the convention and come back. So thinking about doing that. It's not turning out to be a great convention for like what I need as far as autographs go. It's a bunch of people I already have. Sam Raimi's going to be there though. That one would be good. I need that. And the Cocaine Bear's going to be there. You should definitely get your picture taken with the Cocaine Bear.
God, I hated that movie.
I can't believe you hated that movie. I loved it.
I hated it. God, that's the worst movie I've seen all year.
Cocaine Bear,
right there.
That's the real Cocaine Bear.
You're telling me you like Skinamarink more than Cocaine Bear?
For no doubt. Yeah.
Oh my god.
For sure. Skinamarink was at least, interesting and engaging.
Oh my god.
I was glued to the screen watching Skinamarink, just waiting for something to happen.
waiting for that toilet to disappear. I know.
I don't know how much rewatchability that movie has. But I like found footage in movies like that where you're just waiting the whole time for something to happen. And
Paranormal.
yeah, you get to the end of it and nothing happens. But in a lot of ways, that's ballsy, you know. Take it all the way to the end, and the only thing that happens is your toilet disappears.
Oh gosh.
I'm buying it on Blue though. I'm gonna buy that Blu-ray.
Did Ken just spoil the movie for me?
I know, he just gave away the whole movie.
Yeah, that's the most exciting part of the movie. So
all I said was
that's
that
the climax
nothing
right there.
happens, and that's literally what everybody has said about it. No, look, there is stuff that happens. There's stuff that happens for sure. It's just very, very, very small, and you got to squint to see it. But it happens.
So you have to have your magnifying glass ready.
Bring your magnifying glass, and you'll get the shit scared out of you.
never out of my reach.
Tony watches Skinamarink normally. Tony watching with a magnifying glass. Oh shit!
I'm telling you, that movie takes film grain to another level. Like it's like film grain with
Here's
a
the
side
thing,
of
though.
movie. Somebody said one time. I'm like,
there's so much to that
Wow.
movie. I don't get how you can watch it and not see like the story. Like there is a legitimate story in that movie, and I did find it to be pretty interesting and engaging. There's a lot of different things you can draw from it, as far as like your interpretation of what's actually happening. So
you definitely need an imagination watching.
It's
that
very
movie, for sure.
layered movie. I don't think a lot of people are giving it credit for that. They're just looking at it on the surface. Oh, it's boring. Nothing happens. You got to dig a little deeper sometimes, Mike. Just a little bit deeper.
I'm sorry. I watch a movie to be entertained.
Find
I
the
know,
subtle
shame on
nuances
me.
of Skinamarink.
Cocaine
It's
Bear
there.
entertainment.
Well, I will say it gave me appreciation for Dunkirk. So I'll give it that. Yeah.
I just want to see Tony watching it like he's like a detective back in the day with his eyeglass. He's Sherlock Holmes, the great mouse, or the great mouse detective.
You know what I didn't like the most about Cocaine Bear is they made the kids do cocaine, and then they did nothing with it.
What'd you want them to do?
It was just like a joke for nothing. Like, okay, kids are doing cocaine. That's not funny.
I laughed.
Do something
so
with
hard.
that, and then maybe it's funny.
Yeah,
But
have
they
it
were
ruin
just
their
like-
lives, have them drop out of school.
Yeah, I'm like, kids doing cocaine's not funny. What
Have him
what
get
is this
divorced,
movie
lose his
doing?
job, make some bad decisions, drop out of school.
Yeah, now if they would have started freaking out, and maybe if they would have ran really fast, they would have done like some kind of cartoonish thing where they just started running real fast from the Cocaine Bear. Like that would have been funny. But they did nothing with it,
I don't know.
and they did that kind of stuff the whole movie.
I enjoyed the park ranger, and I enjoyed seeing people get their heads blown off in the park ranger's office. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff about it.
There was.
Tony loves gore.
The best scene was the guy in the
But it
parachute.
was CGI.
Getting his head falling out of the plane. The opening shot, that was a great scene. How bad is that guy to suck? So
How was Ray Liotta in it?
But he's barely in it, but
Yeah.
I mean, Ray
He's not a
Liotta's
lot.
always great. He's probably the best part about the movie, to be honest.
Yeah,
for me, just seeing him.
God, Tony loves it. He's still smiling about it. He's just thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's like laughing.
I was just thinking about.
He's
I was thinking
playing
about,
back in his head.
I was thinking about the park ranger again. What happened? What happened with her was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'll say this: Mid-Evolution will never do a watch along of Cocaine Bear. It's never gonna happen.
Tony got me excited to watch Cocaine Bear, and Ken kind of got me intrigued to watch Skinamarink because he's the only person I've heard say anything good about that film, anything at all. So
I'm not. I want to make one thing clear. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I'm not saying it's one of my favorite horror movies, but I did find it interesting.
Yeah, I'm just more intrigued now because I haven't heard
And
anyone say anything good about it.
I don't think it's dog shit. I think there's something there, but you also have to like those kind of movies. Like if you
It's
don't
on
like
Shudder. I'm
found
gonna check it
footage,
out.
like it's
No, I
going to
do
be
like found
a hard entry point for anybody
like
that doesn't like Paranormal Activity or any.
Yeah.
And it's not even really like it's not found footage. It's cinematic. Like it's not. You're not following like a camera around or anything like that. But yeah, I'll be
But I
interested
will
to
say,
hear what
if
you
you
thought.
don't like the first 15 minutes, don't feel like you have to continue with it because it's very consistent in its tone and style.
And I would say the opposite. I would say continue all the way to the end. If you're gonna give it a shot, give it a shot. You know. No, Mike's probably right. If you're not into it, the first 15 minutes turned off.
Yeah, it's like those people that tell you about a TV show and they're like, all you got to do is watch the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Right,
I'm
right.
like, how long
I've heard
is
people
this?
say get to the 4th season and it really picks up.
I've heard that a lot too. Yeah, that's true.
Some shows are like that though, and then you get to the 4th season, you're like, "Damn, I am glad I stuck with it."
Yeah, you getting. I mean, if you get that heavily invested, sure. But I have a rule, man. If a show doesn't get me in like, but one episode. I mean, if the show is only 10 episodes long, it's got to get me in that first episode. I'm not coming back for a second.
But like some
Yeah.
like sitcoms, they take a while to find their bearings. Like
Mhm.
The Office, that was canceled after its 6th episode, and then
Yeah.
came back and was a hit. You know.
Yeah.
Friends doesn't truly get funny, I believe, until like the 3rd or 4th, 5th seasons. First couple seasons are not that entertaining to me.
I disagree
Another
with
good
that.
example,
They're
Schitt's
good,
Creek.
but they're not.
Schitt's Creek
super.
gets a lot better too.
Yeah, it's a great show.
This is one of my favorite shows, Freaks and Geeks, and this got
One
canceled
season.
after 1 season, sadly. But this show's great. If you love The Breakfast Club, this is a show you know you're gonna really, really like. Freaks and Geeks, check it out. It's 18
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, I
Great
checked
show.
that out. It's a
Yeah.
good show.
This is a great show.
I'm
telling
usually so against though. Like if I know a show has only got 1 season and it got canceled, I just won't even bother with it because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a show that I know it goes nowhere.
He can't go without heartbreak anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Does anyone here watch From?
I
Oh,
still
man,
need to
I love
watch
From.
the one you sent to
Man,
me.
I am addicted to that show, man. It is so freaking good.
Is
Like,
it called the
oh,
second
okay.
season?
What's
Good.
that?
I'm glad someone else watches it. I've been trying to get Ken to watch it. I sent him the first season, and
Yeah,
I
it's
told him
great.
how good it was. And I
What
said,
is-
just watch the first episode, just 20 minutes of the first episode.
You
You'll
sent me
be
a
hooked.
bootleg too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a bootleg, but yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
it came on like originally it was Epic's channel,
Yeah, that's
and
MGM
that
Plus.
changed. It changed to MGM Plus. So
Yeah.
like you can get that on like Amazon, I think, or wherever, and it's like $5 or $6, or you can get the free trial. And
They got a 7-day free trial because I actually did that. My plan was to go back and watch, rewatch season 1, get ready for season 2 because season 1 ended like a year ago, give or take.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to see if my wife
it's
will.
so good. If you're a fan of Lost, it's got kind of that same vibe. I think
I
the
never
executive
watched
director of
Lost.
Lost made this, and you
Or
got the
it-
Harold Perrineau, whatever's the main star, who was also in Lost.
or if
Very-
you like
very- very similar to Lost.
Under the Dome from back in the day,
Yeah,
or
I
that
never
show
got to
on
watch that
Netflix,
either.
that show on Netflix, Society. That
Yeah.
only got 1 season, but it's sort of in that vein too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a great show. These people get trapped in a town, and they can't escape, and that alone would be pretty good for a story. But then you get these monsters that come out at night.
Yeah, they're creepy
And
as
they
hell.
are
Man.
com-
Just creepy as hell.
Yeah, they are. They're super
Yeah.
scary because they don't run. They look like people until they get ready to attack you, and then they just monster up.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
it,
good.
it's got like a ton of story to it. It's been so good.
I just unless I'm watching it with my wife, I just don't have time to watch any television shows. So
That's
I gotta
why, like,
I gotta get her to watch it.
the whole time you were watching this is The Last of Us, I was sitting there. It's like, oh, you're sitting there watching this show that's very average, very average.
I agree, man. Oh my god, I couldn't get
And
the hype with that one.
I
I like the
couldn't
first
believe-
few episodes.
I couldn't believe how
But
many
it
people
lost me.
liked it.
It lost me when they got to the city.
When I watched that first episode, it felt so much like The Walking Dead, and I watched The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead,
So do
But
I.
it really just felt like a
I thought the
Walking
first
Dead
episode was so well done though. Like it got the first three I loved, but then the fourth.
I think if you're, I
hit,
actually enjoyed the show. I think if you're a fan of the video game, which I was a huge fan of the video game, it was really cool to see them. You know, they did a great job adapting it to the screen, and for that reason alone, I was hooked.
yeah, that's what I heard.
Now, it did kind of
'cause I
fall
never
off a
played
little
the
bit.
game.
It could have been better, but I was a fan of it just because I'm a huge fan of the game franchise. So
yeah.
Well, I was never scared for the characters because I knew that, those two characters, I mean, the whole show's based around them. So, like, no matter how much trouble they got into, you're like, well, I'm not that nervous because, they're going to find a way out. It's going to work out for them. And they really didn't introduce too many new characters because as soon as they did, it's like something bad would happen to those guys.
And I hate to be the guy that's like there wasn't enough zombie action, but it is a post-apocalyptic zombie show. And
there really
was
wasn't
maybe one scene of
Where
that
that
really
whole-
went for it.
Yeah.
And I was just expecting a little bit more. It doesn't have to be all that. I understand it's a character drama. Like that's what it is. But when I got to the end, I was like, this is it? Like what? There's no like big. It's just, it just kind of went out on a whimper for me.
I just sit here and I keep watching Tony. Tony just keeps smiling and laughing.
Because I'm looking at the chat.
I know.
Keeps thinking about Cocaine Bear. No, they all flipped out once we mentioned bootlegs. Yeah. You know how everybody is in their bootlegs and Tony and
Yeah.
I've never seen Tony smile so much.
Yeah. Still thinking about that
Coral
Park Ranger.
Every time he thinks about it, he laughs.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
She shot me in my ass.
Tony, how much would you pay for
an
autograph from the Park Ranger Cocaine Bear?
Zero. Tony doesn't,
Come on,
Tony doesn't have
$30.
any extra money to spend on autographs.
Oh.
Bob said you built this whole community with your bare hands. Your bootleg bare hands.
And I make onions cry.
Yeah.
You know what we need? We need a book like like the Chuck Norris facts, but they're all about Tony.
Yeah. So it sounds like.
Tony once got bitten by a snake. 7 days later, the snake died.
Those are good.
Yeah, those are great. I forgot about those.
Well,
and then what else is people watching there? I mean, did anybody watch Tulsa King? That was really good.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Steelbook.
Yeah, I was surprised they put that out.
I'm really excited about his reality show coming out with him and his daughters and his wife.
Yeah.
That's like straight out of the mid 2000s.
That's got my money.
Well, it was so good to see Stallone like act again because like even in the Rocky movies, the Creed movies that he did, or that last Rambo or whatever, or the Expendables, like those have been so garbage performances. I mean, and this one it felt.
Last Rambo was really good.
He was up for an Oscar.
Jesus Christ, that's some of his best
Creed movies. Not the Rocky movies.
The last
The
Rambo was
Creed
good.
movies too. He was great in Creed. He should have been in Creed 3. Don't get me
I
started
didn't
about
think the
Creed.
last
Creed
Rambo
3.
was. I didn't think the last Rambo was all that.
I liked it.
But the last 30 minutes of the last Rambo was. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's all it
It
took.
was like Home Alone,
But
with Stallone.
But it like watching Tulsa King,
Stallone
man,
alone.
it was like, well, there's some vintage
Yeah.
Stallone. Like he still got it.
yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let's not talk negative about Stallone anymore. Side hustle.
Does anybody watch?
I gotta control myself.
I know.
anybody-
You're lucky Pops can't throw a punch through this string.
Don't get me started on Clint Eastwood.
Oh no!
You didn't like the mule?
Cry Macho.
I feel like Cry Macho.
I didn't check that one out. I was done after the mule. I'm like, you
don't
should have
express
ended it.
You're afraid the whole movie's going to fall
because
on
Gran
herself.
Torino was his
You know?
last. Gran Torino was supposed to be his last performance, right? And then he came back for the mule.
Yeah,
the mule was good,
Yeah.
but he should have ended with that one.
Yeah, Gran Torino was
sure.
so good. That was a
Yeah,
perfect.
Gran Torino's awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Does anybody watch Succession on HBO?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to get into
one
it,
of the best shows on television.
Yeah,
like,
Brian Cox.
ever.
I want to get into it just for that actor.
Brian Cox, like that's his Walter White, like what Breaking Bad did for Bryan Cranston, Succession did for Brian Cox.
And I started watching that
Great
thinking it
show.
won't give me my kind of show. After like 2 episodes, man, I
God.
was in there.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good. And I
Another
don't
good
think Greg's going to take over like I want. You know,
The Disgusting Brothers.
my whole hope when I started watching that show was
he's so great.
I thought I was hoping Greg would somehow rise to power, but
Well, did you watch the recent one? Are you all caught up?
I haven't.
I'm not
going to
spoil it or nothing, but
I haven't watched the last
I haven't
one.
watched last
Came
night's
out.
episode.
He's making some
Yeah.
plays. I could see it. I could see a world where Greg comes out on top.
Oh well,
You know,
maybe
there's there's still 3 episodes. It might, yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones, but in the business world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
trying to
It's
see who
all,
ends up on
you
the
know,
throne.
disgustingly rich
That's true.
people doing horrible things to each other all the time, but it's so
Yeah.
so good. I love Kieran Culkin in that show. Like
he's great.
he's like next level. Like that, his performance is fantastic. Everybody's
like,
great in the
I
show.
agree.
Though.
Every role he gets from here on out, though, is going to be that character.
Yeah, like it's truly an iconic like role or character on television.
Because that's what they did with like Jeremy Piven. You know, remember like
he was typecast big time.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he was always the smug, you know, salesman type. You know,
Yeah. He's great at it though, man.
he
Jeremy
is. He's
so
the
good
best.
at
at
it.
it.
He's
Judgment
great in
Night.
Entourage. You know, he's great in a lot of things. Judgment Night. I love
Yep.
that movie. Not a lot of people know that one.
He,
Keep it good.
he played that same character in Judgment Night too.
Emilio Estevez. Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
can
Tim,
unscramble an egg.
we're not
I'm
going
reading the
to
chat over here.
spoil it.
Yeah, the chat's blowing up, man.
Tony can unscramble an egg.
Yeah.
I could eat an egg right now.
You can't eat, Tony. It's after 4. Do you usually make eggs at night
No,
before you go to bed? How do you eat your eggs? Scrambled over easy? Hard boiled? Hard boiled. Yeah. Do you usually keep stock of hard boiled eggs?
My
have one
in-laws,
at your,
my
at your
in-laws,
leisure.
my in-laws have a lot of chickens, and so every Sunday we get a bunch of eggs.
My in-laws have chickens too. Me and Tony are very, very in sync.
Oh, my niece brings me eggs.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there you go.
They haven't
Yeah.
brought me eggs in a long time though. I gotta see about that. What's going on with the in-log eggs?
Yeah, they're good because they're like free-range chickens. You know.
Yeah,
Every now and then you'll get something like some kind of mutant egg.
yeah. It's not
I
fucking-
crack it open and it's like green yolk. I'm like, gee, what is this? Where'd this come from?
That'd ruin
The
me
power
forever.
plant?
I'd be like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'd be done with it.
Most of the time they're
I'd
fine.
be
but
done.
You'll get a bloody one and then you'll get like
Oh,
a mutated green.
Imagine
I'd
if
be
you had
done with eggs
boiled
for a
it.
while after that.
Imagine if you boiled
Yeah.
it and you peeled the egg
Yeah.
and it was just a baby chicken in there.
oh.
Oh God. Fried
My-
chicken inside the egg.
Yeah,
My-
I would never eat eggs again.
My nephew, who he was in that video where I beat him up in that video. He
Mhm.
married a girl from the Philippines, and he sent me a video of him eating one of those eggs with the chicken in it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's something they
Negative.
do over there.
Negative.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's a delicacy.
Did you see in the chat? It's who just say My Killer Podcast. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Tony came first.
Okay.
There we go. We're gonna start writing the Tony book, the Tony joke book.
The Book of Tony.
Just turn them all into T-shirts.
Tony's quote of the week or quote of the day.
I could just start my videos with a quote like that every video.
Really? Hey, everybody, I'm Tony. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Answer is I did.
So stick around.
Yeah, like, comment, and subscribe on my
You
YouTube.
didn't, Cody, you didn't have to say it so stale like.
Bum, 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 bum.
I like that little jingle.
I do too.
I love your videos, Tony.
It gets to the point where I'll hear it like in other people's videos or just like in other places. And I'll be like, hey, that's Tony's song. All right, watch yourself. What the hell are you doing? How long you been using that one?
Years.
I get it. I'm still using little weird shaped blue bubbles for my opening. It happens. You just get locked into something and you use it forever.
I don't think I've ever seen that because I don't think I've ever watched any of your videos.
Wow, Tony, that's messed up. You always hit that video starts at 1 minute 30 second thing. As soon as you click on it, you look for the time code.
I play it in 3 times speed.
You said that to me the other night, didn't you? Somebody send a short, or they made a short on their channel about my channel. That's when you know you made it. I should have answered that earlier. When people start making content about you.
What'd they say? Was it good or bad?
They said I talked too slow to pad my runtime.
Yeah.
Or something. They're like, always play Ken for mid-level media at 1.5 speed. And I'm like, I always get accused of talking too fast in my comments. I've never been accused of talking too slow.
Wow. I know the media report, you go pretty fast.
Yeah.
But
I gotta catch myself. I'll be like, if I don't watch it, like I can't breathe. And I'll have to stop for a second.
I could probably use a speed up, I don't know.
Yeah. If I'm just doing like a haul though, I'm definitely much more casual.
I honestly, I watched
words.
the video for the person, so there's no need to like fast forward through anything like that. So if you talk fast or talk slow, I'm here for who's in the video.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I disagree with Ken all the time.
Well, I disagree. Yeah, I disagree with myself most of the time.
I mean, he doesn't like the Goonies.
To be fair, I'm gonna watch the Goonies again. I'm gonna give it another chance. It was just one of those movies that I didn't grow up with it, and I watched it for the first time like back in 2017 or 2018. I'm like, this is the movie everybody's been talking about. It's just like one of the greatest childhood adventure films of all time. From the 80s, Steven Spielberg.
I can see that. Me watching it now.
Directed by Richard Donner. I'm just...
I'm still a fan, but I mean, a lot of my likeness of it now is nostalgia. I grew up with it, but me and the wife watched it the other night, and I still enjoyed it. But like I said, if I was to watch it for the first time, it'd be like, yeah, that's probably all right. But,
it's no
watching
Gremlins,
it,
it's no Back to the Future,
Yeah, well, that's true of a lot of movies, Like I went back and rewatched Tough Turf. I hadn't seen it in years, and it was like okay, but that one gets plugged a lot as being like super great. And when I watched it, I was like, it's okay. Wasn't the best.
Yeah, I mean, I try to place myself in whatever time period the movie I'm watching came out in. Think about it from that perspective. I don't think it's fair to judge movies that came out in the 70s and 80s by today's standards always, but
right.
Sometimes it's just like, what a good movie is. And it's hard to not the Goonies. No, I am going to rewatch it because there was parts of it that I liked. So I'm going to try it again one day.
I love Alien 3, and people crap on that movie all the time. But I like the assembly.
I like it a lot too.
I always liked Alien 3 when I was a kid. I haven't rewatched it in a very long time though.
I don't get hatred towards it. I think Alien 3 is like a lot like the first film. You know, it's a serious horror film. It's a slow burn. It's taking its time. It's a character piece. You get invested in all the characters, just
Directed by David Fincher.
Yep, David Fincher, one of my favorite directors. You know, that helps too. I mean, even though he hates the movie because they messed with him during the shooting of it, and all there's like a whole story to that. But the assembly cut gives you the closer to his vision of what the film should have been. But he's still not happy about it. But yeah, Alien 3, man, it's great.
Yeah, Charles.
I like
Button.
Resurrection too. Like Resurrection is like a fun action sci-fi one, kind of like Aliens. I mean, it's not as good as Aliens, obviously, but it's more of the action version like Aliens was. And I would say Alien 3 is more like the first Alien, where it's more of like a slow burn and stuff. So
it's probably been since the DVD days I've watched Aliens through Alien Resurrection. Like I've only watched the original like the past 10 years or so. It's usually the only one that I'll rewatch. I haven't seen any of that, but I watched Alien 3 more than I watched Aliens when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I remember watching it more, and it had a killer video game on the Super Nintendo as well.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. That's right.
And where do you put Prometheus, Anthony?
Oh, that's really high on my list too. Yeah.
Really? I found that one boring. A lot of people praise it.
I remember I only saw it once, but I remember liking it.
I liked it more on the second watch. I went in the theater really hyped up for it, and I was kind of let down the third time I watched it. Every time I watch it now, I like it a little bit more. Not my favorite.
Like Covenant, Covenant too. Covenant was pretty good.
I love Alien Covenant.
Even though that obviously was like, okay, people didn't like Prometheus that much. Let's throw a little bit more xenomorph in here. Because it kind of ended up being like a slasher movie in like the last 30 minutes, and it didn't quite jive with the rest of the movie.
Yeah. The only part that gets me with Covenant when he's talking to the other, like the clone version of himself, and he's like, "I'll do the fingering."
Michael Fassbender.
That was a little hard. There was some odd shit.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I gotta go rewatch.
That whole scene. I'm like,
he's great in those movies, though.
But he is. He's excellent.
I'm tired of the history of the back lore. I want a hardcore Aliens movie. Something in the vein of
supposed to get one with Sigourney Weaver, and wasn't it supposed to be directed by Neil Blomkamp and the guy who did District 9?
Is that still a thing?
Ridley Scott would.
Well, they're filming something right now.
It's supposed to be like a Hulu TV series and movie coming out.
I think it's actually going to theaters now after the success of Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah. I think they learned from Prey.
I was gonna say because that's technically Disney, right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, I saw they announced I think last week that it's going to go to theaters.
Yeah, but now there's supposed to be one with Sigourney Weaver. Neil Blomkamp is supposed to direct it, and Ridley Scott wouldn't let it happen until he was done making his trilogy, the new trilogy with Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and he was supposed to do another movie, and he didn't do it because Covenant didn't do jack shit at the box office.
Right.
So, they should have brought in Neil Blomkamp, said, okay, make your movies. But I think Ridley Scott has, I don't know if he's got ownership over the franchise in some way. He has some kind of say-so over it. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You would think he does, but I'm not sure.
I mean, he just directed the first movie. He doesn't own the IP, but I don't know.
Do you guys like the AVP films?
The first one for sure. The second one was, I remember being dog crap, and I only watched it once. But I'll be up for revisiting it.
Yeah, I didn't like the first one, and everyone said the second one was a lot better because it was rated R and gory, but I never saw it.
I love the setting of AVP. I like that they're in the Antarctic.
Was AVP only PG-13?
The first one was,
yeah. But the Predators look badass. I love the look.
I remember liking it.
I like the second one quite a bit, though. I know it gets trashed on, but I liked it quite a bit.
I liked the new Predator movie when I saw it in the theaters. I thought it was pretty fun.
I liked it.
The Shane Black one.
Too.
It wasn't great, but no movie in that franchise is great except for the first one.
The second one's good too.
Yeah, the second one's pretty close.
I need to rewatch the second one. It's been a while.
My biggest
Cycle's pretty
complaint
awesome.
with Requiem is that you just can't see what's going on. It's so dark. I feel like if you turn up the lighting maybe on your TV, you could see it better. It's just so hard to see anything. But the movie itself isn't bad. It's just so damn dark. You can't see what's going on. You really have to,
I remember that. Yeah.
You have to adjust the settings on your TV or something.
Mike, I feel like we haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, what's going on, Mike?
Oh, what's up?
Mike, what's your thoughts on the AVP film?
Oh yeah.
Mike,
first AVP
rank
is
the
very
Alien
good.
franchise.
Okay, so I would rank it. I would go
Rank
Alien
the
1,
entire one.
then AVP, then
Nice.
Alien 3, then Aliens, then second AVP. I haven't seen Alien Resurrection yet, so. That's the
Wow,
only
you
one I
put
haven't
Aliens
seen.
at number 4?
Yeah.
Holy
I'm just
shit.
not a big Aliens fan. I know people love it. I just don't love
hear
action
you.
movies, so I like it more horror movies. So.
I hear you.
Have you seen Prometheus or Covenant?
Oh yeah, Prometheus was okay. I thought Covenant was actually more entertaining than Prometheus. Yeah.
There was.
I didn't even know Prometheus was an alien movie till the last scene. I had no idea
Right.
from that last scene. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of people that went to go see that didn't know.
Yeah, I had no idea, and I totally don't remember it at all. Besides the last scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like when people went to go see Doctor Sleep. They're like, "Oh, it's a Shining movie."
Doctor Sleep.
It's like
Doctor Sleep over the
Doctor
Shining,
Sleep's
so
incredible.
I really like Doctor.
Oh no, I
Sleep.
love Doctor Sleep, but it's like nobody knew what that title was. What's Doctor Sleep?
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a little blasphemous, Mike, to say that. But
Well, I didn't grow up with The
I love
Shining.
both
I saw
movies.
The Shining
I
like
did.
a
I
couple years ago.
I can understand kind of where you're coming from because Doctor Sleep is really freaking good.
It is. Yeah,
It's
it
really
is.
freaking good.
Yep.
So, but yeah, The Shining is The Shining.
Yes.
Can't beat it.
No.
I agree with Mike.
Side Hustle has that carpet for a reason behind him.
Yep.
You agree with Mike on Doctor Sleep? Come on.
I do.
Wow.
See,
I mean,
it
I
does.
love
It's
The
great.
Shining.
It's great, but it doesn't
I
have
love The
Jack
Shining
Nicholson.
much.
No, but it has Elliot from ET.
It has Henry Thomas.
Yeah.
He was great though, man. He really was. That whole scene was so captivating. I loved every. I walked into that theater watching that movie, and I wasn't ready to hate it, but I was just like, "There's no way this is going to hold a candle to The Shining." And I walked out just being blown away. It was like my favorite movie I had seen that year so far. I loved it.
Yeah, it's really good.
What are you laughing at, Pops? What's going on? Something in the comments?
Tony is the type of guy that would stare at a cow while he's eating a steak.
Wow.
Some of those are great.
Yeah. I'm going to come back and just copy all of those from my new book.
Right.
Tony's Quickies.
Well, guys,
Deep
it's been
Yeah,
been a
deep thoughts
couple hours.
With Tony.
Tony Handy.
It's been a couple hours, and I know Pops and Tony, they got work in the morning, and so I told them I'd keep it at a tight 2 hours. Reminder though, go in the description box is everyone's channels. Go and sub up to everybody. Of course, go and drop a comment on Anthony's Chucky ranking video. Tell them Side Hustle sent you, and I will go on. I'll do it on Wednesday. I'll do a random comment picker, and I will pick out one of those comments, and I'll drop a short on my channel and announce that winner, and then go show some support for Wolves at your door. New YouTuber. Let's show them some love. Welcome them in. And anybody got anything that they want to talk about or promote before we go?
Yes, of course. Stream tomorrow. John Hughes stream 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you like John Hughes movies, join us for that. We're going to be ranking a bunch of movies. Yep, giving lots of recommendations and just celebrating him. So, yes.
What the hell was that, Kim?
Awesome one.
Yeah, I was kind of
Don't
questioning
you?
that too. Except it is not in a John Hughes movie. I'm like, I'll just go with it.
Every time I hear John Hughes, it just blares in my brain. I had to get it out there.
I'm like, yeah, get background music.
And I'd like to promote something on Friday. Garrett and I are starting a new segment or a new series over on his channel, Born to Be Rad. It's going to be the Rad Dudes, and this episode is Rad Dudes versus 90s Ninjas. We'll be talking about all the movies that were kind of sparked from the success of Ninja Turtles 1990. So like movies like Surf Ninjas, movies like Three Ninjas.
On Surf Ninjas.
Yeah. so movies like that.
I still have my Game Gear because of that movie.
Okay.
And
that
then
sounds pretty good too.
this Saturday at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, not 100% sure yet, but 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern, over on Pop's Movie Dungeons channel, we're going to be talking about the top 5 movie villains of all time, our top 5 lists, and it's going to be.
I forgot about that. I need to get.
Gonna be. I know. I was waiting for you to say it, but I can tell you we're going to say. So I was like, so it's going to be me, Pops.
Dude, I've been up for
Tony,
like 14 hours. I'm tired now.
And then it's gonna it's good. And it's gonna be Masters of the 80s. And it's going to be Brad from the 4K10 revival, and possibly Vinicio the horror cholo, but he might still be moving then, so we're not 100% sure. But should be a lot of top 5 movie villains.
I will also be on my channel
coming out. Got a new series called Reviews from the Dungeon. I've got 3 out there now. They're doing okay. They're fun to make. I'm trying to get more into record some more videos. And I was tired of just doing unboxings all the time. I want to get more talking about movies. And I had something really cool. The first one I did, it was called The Battery. It's a real low budget zombie movie. The executive, the cinematographer. He directed another movie. He was a cinematographer of that movie. He commented on the video, which I thought was kind of cool.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. I kind of geeked out over that. But I like doing the reviews. I watch a movie here in the room and immediately get in front of the camera and give my thoughts. So
it's the best way to do it.
So I really enjoy doing those. I got another one of those probably coming out this weekend. So I'll check those out.
Sounds good. Tony, you got anything?
I got a video the next 365 days.
You're committed, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been doing one every day.
Yeah, we're getting him on that. You see Bob doing more pre-recorded stuff now, Middle Evolution.
I've got
every day.
The John Hughes live stream tomorrow night on Mike's channel, and I'll be on Pop's channel on Saturday night.
Yep.
And a lot of stuff coming up, and I am going to work on some long form content for the channel.
5 minutes.
Thinking about at least getting it up to 3 minutes.
Be sure to promote Bob's slipcover war next Tuesday. Tony will be on that.
A bunch of battles are going to be happening here in the next few weeks.
All right.
And me, I'll just be reviewing some more, free movies that I get in and talking slow in my videos to pad that runtime.
And not watching from.
And not watching from.
Yeah.
That's all I got coming up this week.
Everybody watch from.
But you are going to watch Freaks and Geeks. I know that.
Yeah. It's a good show.
There you go.
And Side Hustle, I just want to say thanks for having us and congratulations on 1K, buddy. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks
Very
a lot,
sir.
man. I really appreciate you having me on, but it was a fun time. Great stream.
I knew you were destined for great things. Side Hustle.
Oh, this is the first of many streams, right?
Yeah. Well, I've done a few streams.
He's
taking it to the 500.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a few more.
We expect 2 a week from now on.
Actually, I do need to do some because like my watch time hours have since I went down in videos, they really went to pot, so
yeah, you can really pad that runtime a little bit more with the live streams.
I went back to watch Side Hustle's 500 or that 500 subscriber stream because I was like, I haven't seen this, and I was watching it, and I asked a question about starting a channel, and I was like, oh shit, I don't remember being in this, but I guess I was around back then. listening to Side Hustle. So it was a cool full circle moment. I took a picture and sent it to Side Hustle there, and I was like, oh man, it's a full circle moment.
Yeah,
Me talking about me asking all you guys about, because Ken was on there, and I think Tony was on there too. I was asking about starting a channel, and then you guys
Pops was on
answered
there
it.
also.
Oh yeah, Pops was on there
Yeah.
too. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. I don't remember being in there, but then I saw my name pop up asking a question.
Yeah, that was a cool moment. That's cool.
Oh, and Side Hustle, I did want to say thank you again for the amazing slip covers that you sent me. So, I mean, this is like the best 4K on the market. The Exorcism of Mega Mike. You cannot beat that one.
I need to copy that
That one
too.
is, the prized possession. Oh, actually, this one, this Blu-ray is the prized possession. Look at what Side Hustle got me. Magic Mike Origins, the Collector's Club Edition. Look at that.
Damn.
So Side Hustle deserves at least 2,000 subs just for this. So
You're ripped, Mike.
Oh,
show
thank
the
you,
first
thank
one
you.
again.
Oh, the first one, the Exorcism of Mega Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it looks great in 4K too. I'll tell you that.
It looks like you're hissing like a snake.
I'm gonna have to do a review.
Look at this. Hey, you even got Tim on here and Huck. So
Yeah,
can't
Tim
beat
and
that.
Huck.
Look at that.
The Adventures of Tim and Huck.
But yeah, no, I display those like literally they get top shelf for me. That's the only thing I have facing out front on my top shelf is like those two. I'm like, oh, these are so amazing. So thank you again, Side Hustle. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. See, that's what you get. It if you have me on your live stream, I do a phony slipcover for you. That seems to be the thing.
I still need mine. Side Hustle. You never
I
sent
still
me
have
the
it here somewhere. Yeah.
What was it from worst to first?
Yeah. When you won the collection battle, and Greatest Hits Volume 1.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Did you show that one off?
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
It was a while. I thought those were mass produced, but I guess not.
Yeah, so those are always fun to do, and I don't know, it's goofy, but it's fun.
And tell everybody where they can get a Side Hustle Cinema shirt.
I don't know.
The shining carpet.
No, I actually maybe I knew. I don't know. Like doing merch is like one of those things where, it's like, would anyone buy these? I don't know, but
people would buy a shirt.
So
maybe I'll do it. Couldn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
I mean, ever since Tony made those Mid-Levolution shirts, I mean, what are we up to now, Tony? About 1,500 sold, I think.
Yeah, we sold 2.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I bought 3.
Wait a second, the math isn't that.
So we sold 5. 3
Okay,
plus 2 equals 5.
Okay.
Wherever the dead guys got my
damn it, Tony.
Is that linked in your videos?
The kids, all kind of people.
I'm so I need to buy. There's gonna be a time where I buy like 50 shirts because I need to buy everybody's shirts. I'm bad about buying people's merch.
I'm wearing.
I always want to, but it's just like I never do it.
I'm wearing Michelle's shirt right now.
Yeah, yeah. She appreciates that.
I'm sure she does. Tell her I said thank you.
Who's got the link on their channel? Is it on Basement Blue? Is it on yours, Tony?
It was a special.
It's on the round table. I know that. I don't know where else he's linked it.
The round table's all
okay.
Yeah, it's in the link in the description on that.
So, but if you go to like Teespring, can you? Like,
that's why we're not selling any, Tony. You're not promoting it anywhere else. Put that in your community tab or something,
or put it on. Do a blast of it on Instagram.
I'll work on that when I get up about 3 a.m.
Yeah. I gotta let you go. Yeah, that's
all I gotta say. Is Chuck Norris.
Tony's fine. He's fine. He does this now. He does this for a living.
Yeah, this is
streaming every night.
I don't want him to run out of energy. He only eats 1 meal a day,
and that's an egg, hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, those are good though. For real, they come through in a pinch.
Got my water.
Got his water. Tony's in good shape. He's fine. He can
like,
run off a 3 hour sleep.
That water, I pretend like it's fried chicken.
Mm. Oh god.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. thanks to everyone. Sorry, Chad, I totally ignored you again. I
Can't
don't
believe you did
mean
that to
to.
I
They
didn't
had some
ignore
good.
him.
They had some good stuff out there tonight.
Yeah, I did not ignore him.
Tony
They
read
did.
everything. I was
Yeah.
watching his face.
That's
the
why I
whole
was
time.
smiling the whole time.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a
So-
thank you to the audience, and then I totally ignore them. I suck at this.
Thanks for being a subscriber, but I'm going to ignore you for the next 2 hours, 14 minutes.
All right, guys. Well,
Oh, yeah,
have
it's
a
going by
good one.
fast.
So yeah.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.